In Duskwater, Lincoln and Bianca find enough willing recruits to fill their requirements. Irving and his friends are sent to escort one of the final recruits, Sia, as she gathers her things. While they wait in the inn, a fierce assault from bandits comes over the town. The four from Brookstead, along with new friends, Zia and Elias, hold the bandits off from the inn. Now, they plan to follow the trail to ambush the bandits on their own ground. This group had been troubling Duskwater for months, and in Lincoln's eyes, there is no question that something must be done. We'll need to make camp for the night. No sense laying in ambush coming straight from the fight.
No
Couldn't
kidding.
agree more. I have some weapon maintenance I need to take care of as well. Always rushing off to your next errand, Irving. I'm looking forward to kicking back and having a nice rest before we plunge into mortal peril again. I'll catch up with you. It won't take long to get my weapons situated. Irving, I'll be around if you need help. Garrick, don't come by my tent to pester me with useless questions.
Hardly.
Useless? Just because you don't see the use doesn't mean there isn't one. As your commanding officer, that's exactly what it means. I don't have the patience for it tonight. Oh, alright. I'll go pester Sia or Elias instead. You do that. You've come a long way since I last stumbled into you and Marin in the sparing fields. Well done, Alden. Thanks. I've been training a lot. I'm sure you have. There's no shortcut to excellence. Well, you can always get lucky.
It's not
and
that
you
simple.
and you can just as easily get unlucky. It's better not to rely on luck.
Are you
Seems to work alright for Garrick. He'd have you believe that, but trust me, it doesn't work as well as it seems. We definitely got lucky getting assigned to Sterling like that.
No
I'm with
kidding.
you there. That was unexpected.
Hmm.
So he didn't even tell you he was coming? No, I was completely surprised. It's a shame he couldn't stay with us longer. Yeah, I can't believe we actually beat him. There should be some kind of award for that.
Not
Well,
quite.
we had an advantage in numbers, don't forget.
Huh?
What about all the other challengers?
Sterling.
They were hardly comparable to Sterling. I guess that's true. Besides, I'm sure he had to suspend all of his non-lethal tactics. That's probably all he was learning in the army. So you don't think I could have beaten him? You mean if it were just the two of you?
Yep.
Yeah, this does. Alden, I'll never accuse you of setting unambitious goals. With some more training, possibly, perhaps you could have beaten him. Then I'll keep at it until I'm strong enough to make history myself. Can't go wrong with that. This is all so strange, Irving. Every time I think back to last days in Brookstead, it feels like a dream. I'm a bit surprised to hear you say that. Between the four of us, at least you were expecting to graduate.
I don't know.
But not like this. I'd never seen Master Gallens that distraught before. He's always so composed, like he's perfectly in control. That's the nature of war. It strips even the powerful of their control. Galen knows that best of all. He's the one who taught it to us in the first place. I think he's learning the lesson again himself. That may be. At least I don't have to wait another year for you and Garrick to catch up to me. And I know you've been eager to get out there ever since you enrolled. Seems like you're getting your wish.
No kidding.
I'm definitely looking forward to stepping onto the stage and making an actual impact. I've spent my entire life up to now in the audience. That's called having a childhood, Irving. Well, I guess some people are just born to do certain things. I'm grateful for the chance to live out my calling.
It'll be all right.
I know you'll make the Academy proud and your family, though I'll admit your brother set the bar pretty high. All the more reason not to take my eyes off of it for a moment. Ambition has its place. Don't forget, it doesn't hurt to take a look at your surroundings now and then. As long as it doesn't slow me down. You could afford to slow down a little. But my standards, I'm still not moving fast enough.
You really think so?
Well, maybe you'll understand what I mean someday. When I'm your age, perhaps. So in about a year. You might be surprised, Irving. A lot can happen in a year. See, Gary? I did tell we passed our trials. And with flying colors too. Though I don't remember you mentioning anything about skipping a grade. Ha, even your father was surprised by that. That will take some adjusting for him, relinquishing control over his little corner of the world. Well, don't think our early graduation excuses your debts. You still owe me a meal and a cold drink at King's Cornucopia. I'm genuinely unsure if you're saying that because you're a man of your word, or exceedingly cheap.
Huh.
Are those mutually exclusive? It doesn't seem like it.
What a
King's
joke.
Cornucopia. That place is so garish. Couldn't you have chosen, I don't know, literally anywhere else? You just don't want to see Claudia again. Yes, and I'm sure you find it quite amusing to watch me order a drink with my eyes fixed on my feet. I didn't say that. No, but you were thinking it. Claudia, I suppose she'll be staying behind in Brookstead after all. Business will be down. I do hope she fares alright. Sounds like you're learning to show a little empathy.
Hardly.
Rest assured, I'm as incapable of that as ever. Eric the cold-blooded sharpshooter, I can hardly say it without trembling. That's me. You know, with all the chaos of our hasty recruitment, I'm quite glad we ended up in the same battle group. I'd die of boredom otherwise. Now at least I'll get to die of something interesting.
Don't worry.
But not anytime soon, if I can help it. Then let's hope you can, my friend. Wouldn't be the first time you've saved your life. Careful now, that's a river that runs both ways.
Huh.
I wasn't aware rivers did that. This one does. Oh, then come here. Your hat's falling off. Oh, just leave it alone. There, that's better. Happy now?
Alden?
Don't be rude. Are you hungry? Did you pack enough beans? I'm fine, Marin. Really, you're so fussy sometimes. I know, I'm sorry. It's just that all of this must be so new for you.
Nope.
Training for this was the whole point of the academy. But you were supposed to have 3 more years to do it. Oh, I'm sure you miss your friends terribly. They were all recruited too. That's right. I almost forgot about it. At least this way we get to stay together. Very true. I was worried what you might get up to without me, stopping you from setting all the building aflame. Maren, you're doing it again. Sorry, I just worry about you, Alden. We're facing all kinds of new dangers every day. It reminds me, stay close to me in battle, alright? If anything goes wrong, I can heal you. But if you go too far, I can't guarantee you'll be safe. Alden, did you hear what I said? Yes, Myron, stay close to you in battle. Alright, good. Hey, little man. Hope you're feeling good about that trial. I think we just might have set a record after all. You really think so? It's possible. I'm sure he wouldn't admit it, but from the look on his face, I'd wager you managed to impress my father too. That's more than I can say for myself.
Wow.
Headmaster Gallon? Wow. Yep, Headmaster Gallon. Still sounds weird when people say that. Why? Because to you, he's just dad? Sure, let's run with that. Does he act differently at home than he does at the academy? Yes, quite. I thought he probably had a soft side. He's much worse. Oh,
Well, what do you know?
nevertheless, we've managed to narrowly escape his clutches. Bit of an early graduation for ya. I definitely wasn't expecting that. Yes, well, life's full of surprises. Good for you to learn that lesson early. I think Headmaster Galen used to say something like that. Yeah, the one who is always prepared is never taken by surprise. Potts, I hope I'm not starting to sound like him. That is a rather convincing Galen impression though, Alden. Terrifyingly so, in fact. Thanks. Correct. Hello, everything's been happening so fast. I don't think I've had the chance to thank you for helping me with my trials.
You're really
No need.
something.
It was a privilege to see things through to the end for you.
Come on.
Not just for me, for all of us, and not even really the end, just the start of a new beginning. That's why they call it commencement. I always wondered about that.
Really?
Really? No, I never gave it a second thought. Haha, oh, Garrett. I'm sure you're a bit anxious about Alden. He's quite young after all. And that's not even the half of it. At least he'll be close where I can keep an eye on him. He'll be in good hands then. And if his performance at your trials was any indication, he definitely shows promise. He's very gifted, that's for sure. He just needs some direction. Well, you usually provide that whether your recipients want it or not. Am I really that bossy? Not with most people, no. Just with you? A bit, perhaps.
It'll be all right.
Yeah, well, maybe you could used to it. Ever give that a second thought?
Hardly.
Can't say I have. step ahead here. There it is.
Give them no quarter.
Positions, everyone. Let's make short work of these criminals. Just a moment, darling. I am out of breath. Maybe if you'd listen to me instead of stuffing your face full of biscuits at the palace. It's not the biscuits, dear. I assure you, it's all this gold. Couldn't those bankers have spared us an ass or two, or perhaps a few bodyguards to protect it? They're much too miserly for that. Besides, the king keeps these roads in good shape for travelers like us. If travelers like you have any mind to live in good shape, you best be handing over your valuables nice and easy. I'd like to take a look at this gold.
Really?
Take a look at this lowlife. If it's fight you want, you'll have it. I reckon the other prisoners could use a bit of company. I have been carrying a map of some kind. Yes, it's got us a couple of ambush sites marked, and several paths leading back to a place called Darkenweld Manor. What kind of amateur crime lord lets their henchmen run about with a map of their secret hideout? It's rather crudely drawn. I wouldn't be surprised if the bloke made it himself. Well, let's hope he was a better cartographer than Bandit. Tell me, Alias, do you know anything of this place? Not specifically. The Drakenweld family was once quite influential in the squatter and partly responsible for its founding as a mining town. It's just over the hill there. What happened then? What happened to them? What else does? One bad hair and a whole lot of empty coffers. If it's truly a noble manor, it will be well fortified. I suggest taking the afternoon to prepare. The cover of night might be just the advantage we need. Good man. It's refreshing to be among professionals. Your training served you well. At least all those drills wiping windows are finally starting to make sense. Speak for yourself.